Have you ever been sitting on your couch and then randomly think, I wonder what the top 10 Akumatizations are in Miraculous? Well, to be honest with you, that probably never crossed your mind, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Here in this video, we're going to be talking about the 10 top Akumatizations Miraculous, in my opinion. Now, these Akumatizations are rigged off based 3 things. 1, their power, 2, their design, and 3, the overall impact they had on the plot. Now, before we start, just remember this is all my opinions, and there's no official ranking system for Akumatizations, I think. But what there is your opinion. I would love to hear your top 10 rankings of your Akumatizations, and who knows, it might be better than mine. They probably are. But let's get started. First up, at number 10, we have Psychomedian, a comedian that was akumatized during season 5 or 4, but basically his power is to manipulate people's emotions, and from an outside view, it doesn't look very cool at all. Like, ooh, I make you sad, ooh, I make you angry, but it actually does pay off, because we can see Ladybug get quickly mad over it because he's manipulating her emotions, but basically she gets mad and she basically takes a lot of risks and messes up a lot, and if Cat Noir wasn't there, she probably would have lost her Miraculous. But I think that happens for like every other episode, but whatever, it's still a cool power. Now for design, he has like a little gesture mask, which is honestly pretty cool, and then he has like a little cape going on with a little jacket and his like little symbol on his chest, and to be honest with you, it's just an overall solid look to me, to be honest with you. But as for plot, he didn't do much, like at all. He didn't contribute that much, but he was a cool akumatized villain nonetheless. Now at number 9, we have Mei Shi from the Shanghai special. Now, if you haven't watched the Shanghai special, go watch it. It's pretty cool actually. But let's get right into the power. So basically, Mei Shi can levitate, shoot lasers from his eyes, and has super strength, which isn't that cool or unique, but it's still a solid overall abilities. I mean, he was the main villain for a reason. But what I want to talk about more is his design, which got him on this ranking. Now he has like a silverized blue lion look, and it's pretty cool, to be honest with you, especially with the whisk going down his body and the little glowing orb that on top of his head, along with the horns. Like honestly, guys, it's just too cool not to put on here, you know? And as for plot impact that he had, he didn't really contribute much to the storyline, but since it was a special, he was the main villain, so I guess he did a lot, so we'll put him right up on the top of the list, because yeah. Okay, now we're getting good. For number 8, we have Miraculous, an akumatized Sabrina. Now, you may be thinking, this power was kind of lame, but to be honest with you, we see a lot of people taking Ladybug and Cat Noir's like power, but like not using it for themselves. Like we usually see like a cheap copy of Ladybug or Cat Noir, but we never seen people use it for themselves. And that's exactly what Sabrina's akumatized version does. She basically can tap Ladybug with her little weapon and take her powers, and the cool thing about her powers is she can use multiple powers simultaneously. Like as we can see, she used Shelter Shock when she was getting tickled, as well as Cataclysm and stuff, and it was just an overall cool ability and stuff. And I feel like if it would have gotten to like someone smarter, I don't think Ladybug and Cat Noir would have ever stood a chance against it. And as for design, I didn't really enjoy it too much, especially with like the pink hair. I mean, the hot pink hair looked kind of cool, but it was just kind of throwing me off along with like the whole color palette mess. But the one thing that was really cool about her design is each time she took someone's power, she would get a small print on them as it like flows through her body, and it was pretty cool to see. I mean, it was a solid design, but I want to know what you guys think about it. As far as plot, she did pretty good. I mean, she had to have all of Ladybug's gang, well, most of Ladybug's gang come out to try to stop it, and it did progress a lot of the story. I mean, we see a new hatred for Ladybug with Chloe, and we can see their growing rivalry, but she didn't contribute that much for herself. But we saw Mayura, and we all love Mayura. Now at number 7, we have Truth. Now, Truth is an akumatized Luca who, on the spot, makes you tell the truth. Like, literally, if you're in his spotlight, he makes you tell the truth, and you get these white lips, and you're being forced to tell the truth constantly whenever he asks you a question. Now, again, this power may seem kind of lame to people, but I think it's personally really cool, because it's such a simple yet such a good power, especially for Hawkmoth to utilize. Like, he will ask someone like any question, they would obviously be forced to tell the truth. Like imagine having the power to make anyone tell the truth, which is a very dangerous power. I would not like that, not one bit, literally. Anyways, as for his design, he has this all black slick outfit with a cyan colors going down the middle along with a white orb. And I want to talk about the little eye that he gets behind him, which is such a cool design. Like, good job for that one, because it looks so cool. Like, you guys got me, it looks cool. Come on. Now, as far as plotline goes, he did a lot, to be honest with you. I mean, he kind of revealed the obvious that Adrian could never think of you asking people what Marinette's secret is, which is she's in love with Adrian, and somehow probably Adrian would be like, no, I don't think she's in love with me. I think they might be lying somehow or joking around, because we know how Adrian is.
Marinette? Yeah, of course. She's a very good friend.
With every truth, we have a lie. Okay, that was smooth. But at number 6, we have Lie, an akumatized Kagami. So basically, her power is anyone that comes into contact with her dome is automatically paralyzed. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this is kind of a cool power because, like, let's say like you lied before in the past, which I'm sure all of you have, unless you somehow told the truth all in your life, which I applaud you, but I'm also very scared of you. But either way, she's able to like paralyze anyone within her dome, easily take the Miraculous. And to be honest with you, again, another solid but cool power for Hawkmoth. And what really got me was her design. It's just like an all like smoky, like clear, like little design. Some people might argue that they hate it, but I personally love it for some reason. I know it's just so simple and clean, you know. It doesn't really suit Kagami as far as powers go, but still, it's a pretty cool power. For number 5, we're getting into the good stuff, guys, okay? This might be totally outrageous, but I promise you, number 5 is absolutely carried by the design, and at number 5, we have Reverser. Now, his power is pretty... It's okay, it's a unique power. Basically, he shoots someone with a paper airplane, and anyone that gets hit with the paper airplane has to automatically like go to like the opposite of themselves. Like he hits a cop, and basically a cop's job is to do good, get rid of the bad guys, blah blah blah, but he ends up being the bad guy when he's shot with the airplane. Now, it's kind of a cool power, but it's kind of lame at the same time. But the design, when I first saw it, was automatically one of my favorites because like he has like a whole like little line going through, like showing one side of his personality. One's like absolutely white and one's absolutely black, and there's like different like variations of black and white going through it. And to be honest with you, it's kind of the basic, but I really like it for some reason. But I don't know what you guys think of this one. Now at number 4, we have an akumatized Nathalie, Catalyst. Now, Catalyst's ability is basically the power of enhancement. So, as we saw in one of the episodes, Nathalie gave Gabriel the power of enhancement, and he was able to akumatize multiple people at once. Now, we've seen how dangerous his power is, especially during Heroes, when we first saw it, which is one of my favorite episodes, and I want to know if it's your guys' favorite too. But basically, all the heroes had to come out. Ladybug didn't know what to do since it was like kind of like early in like the seasons, but basically that like shifted a lot of things because Ladybug couldn't obviously defeat all those people by herself, or Ladybug and Cat Noir couldn't defeat them by themselves. So basically she needed all the powers together, and basically that shows like how good Catalyst was, and not only was she used once, but she was used twice. But a lot of powers were, but Catalyst was kind of like the most effective, you know? And as for design, she has like this really cool suit going on. I like the like clean look and stuff. I wish there was more added onto it, but it's all obviously fine. As well as she has this big helmet with like a red visor going through, and to be honest with you, I kind of like the design. It's kind of simple and clean, but that's not what got it on. It's mainly like the impact that she had with like making all the heroes come out and then having to start like this whole big war versus heroes versus villains, which was so good. And at number 3, we have an akumatized version of Cat Noir, Cat Blanc. Now, I'm sure many of you are waiting for this on this list, but here it is. And what ranks him so high is his power, and well, we've seen what it can do.
The less you know about the future, the better. Just do your thing. Capture the Akuma and restore order. Then the train will be back on track.
Basically, he can shoot out white orbs and white beams, but his power is not really what I want to talk about. But let's just get right into his design too. So basically his design is like a white version of the original outfit that he has in like all white, even his hair is white and then his eyes turn blue. And honestly, I think the color palette just really matches him so well, but I want to know which one do you prefer, the original or Cat Blanc? Now I want to talk about the more important stuff that really got him so high on the list, is the whole plot storyline. I'll talk about what ranked him so high on this list with his whole plot and storyline impact. Basically, this episode gave us so much closure on what would happen if Marinette and Adrian found out each other's true identities, and Master's Fool was right. They cannot know. I mean, all of Paris was destroyed with this information because, again, Gabriel is Cat Noir's dad and stuff, so obviously there's going to be a lot of chaos and mayhem. But honestly, it gave us like a nice closure of like knowing what will happen, but don't worry, I'm sure we'll find out what will happen if they knew each other's identities soon enough without them destroying all of Paris. Now, if many of you watch my videos, you kind of expect this from me. At number 2, we have Hoaxer, an akumatized Lila Rossi. Now, basically, her power is to be able to make anyone believe any of her lies, no matter how ridiculous they are. And it fits her character so well, and that's what I really like about this power. I mean, she can make anyone believe her lies. I mean, just imagine if you had the power to make anyone believe your lies. Or you can't do that since it's a lie, but whatever. But what I want to talk about again is her design. Her design is a red version of Volpina, and wow. I think this has got to be one of the best looking outfits I've ever seen in Miraculous. I don't know, the red just matches Volpina so well. Maybe I'm just biased towards Lila, but who knows, who knows. And let's talk about the plot and impact of the storyline. She made people believe that Marinette was Hawkmoth, and I don't know if I need to go into depth with how insane that was, but you know what? I'm sure many of you are waiting for this. The #1 spot goes to Stormy Weather. Now, this is a whole discussion I need to have. Stormy Weather was one of the first people that we saw akumatized, and she has been one of the most iconic akumatizations of Miraculous, so you just know I had to put her at #1. And not only that, she's incredibly strong, as we can see in Stormy Weather Part 2. Like, she was able to shift the Earth's axis somehow. I think that's gotta be like one of the strongest people we've seen in Miraculous, because wow, that entire volcano, I mean, the whole episode was just done really nice, and her design overall, it's just a really nice weather outfit, you know? Got the purple spirals and stuff, but we just know that Storm Weather is one of the best akumatizations. But what's your #1? I would love to hear all about it. Make sure to subscribe and like for more videos, and as well follow my other socials. Thank you for watching.